We've been away a while, but it's time for another edition of Our House. Since the last episode, we've beaten the league leaders away from home. We've welcomed you to Adams Park for another Wonder of Wycombe fixture. We've seen some of the chairboys on the international stage, and of course, we announce a new signing. So now, with 2 home games coming up on the trot, it's time to come on in to Our House. Wycombe's boy wonder Anis Mehmeti signed a new contract this week, which sees him remain at Adams Park until 2024. On signing day, we posed some quickfire questions to the young Albanian. Here's how it went.
Anis, who were your footballing heroes growing up?
My footballing heroes were Zidane and Ronaldinho.
And which football team did you support growing up? Do you support now?
I'm a diehard Manchester United fan.
Who was the first team you played for as a child? Give them a shout out.
When I was 5, I played for a team called FDS, the football soccer school, and then obviously I joined Fulham at the age of 8. So.
And have you always been this creative attacker, or have you played in any other positions?
No, I've always been that centre mid onwards. Before I used to play strap. I used to play up top, obviously in the 9, but obviously as I grow up, you get back.
Who's your best mate in the Wycombe squad?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I have one. I think everyone. I don't like saying I got a best mate, and I think I'm fairly close with everyone.
What's the favourite game you've played in so far?
Favourite game this year, probably what time?
At Wycombe, yeah.
I think Huddersfield was the best for me. Not only because I scored, but obviously the way we come back to winning, and obviously away to Huddersfield.
Who's the toughest opponent you've faced so far?
Toughest opponent was probably Norwich. I'm not gonna lie, Norwich were probably the toughest.
Who was the man of the match on the boys' Christmas weekend?
Man of the match? I don't know, I think I give it to myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any stories?
Nah, no stories. I probably give it to myself.
What's your choice of song on the pre-match playlist?
I'm not a DJ, man, but I like American music. I like UK drill. Yeah.
What's your favourite cheese?
Don't even know, mozzarella, I think.
Okay. And how are you going to celebrate your new contract?
What do you mean by that?
Are you going to have a meal out with the family?
Yeah, probably go for a meal out and score against Brighton.
Next week sees the chairboys once again supporting Stonewall's Rainbow Laces campaign, with Burton Albion at Adams Park being the dedicated fixture. We spoke to the head of the Sports and Education Trust, Paul Foley, and Chairboys LGBT+ founder Tyron McGee about the importance of the campaign. Why is the Rainbow Laces campaign necessary, do you think, in football?
I think it's not just necessary in football. It's required throughout society. There are still people who have bigoted views when it comes to people's sexuality. Stonewall have done many surveys and a lot of research around the way that people from the LGBTQ+ community feel when it comes to participating and supporting in sports. 20% of them in 2002, 20% of fans still thought that some LGBTQ language, disparaging language, if it was said in a banterish way, was still acceptable, which clearly it shouldn't be. So I think there's still quite a way to go in order to make sure that people from the LGBTQ+ community feel welcome in sports.
Do you think the Rainbow Laces campaign, obviously it's been going for a few years now, do you think it's starting to make a difference?
I think that would be difficult for me to answer. I'm not from the LGBTQ community, but I do work in the arena of using sport for social development. So I think that it definitely can't do any harm. The more the conversation is talked about, the more conversations that are taking place, the better. Do I think it's achieved all its goals? No, not yet. I think there's still a long way to go, but hopefully with more conversations taking place, we'll be able to move closer to that goal over a period of time.
I think the most important way that fans can help make Wycombe a club for all is, allyship. I think is always the most important thing, whether it's physical, being at certain events, promoting equality in sport or in football, or even at just the club. I think even on social media, I know you see a lot of footballers will tend to put out tweets. I think a good example would be Jordan Henderson, who puts out a lot of tweets about his support for the LGBT plus community. I think those sorts of things go a long way, and they go further than some people might realise. Maybe people who aren't part of that community don't realise how far or how much something like that means to someone of the LGBT plus community. I think there's so many ways that fans can be involved. If you sort of hear someone being a victim of homophobia or biphobia or transphobia, be the person to call it out or report it. I think a lot of the time when people hear those sorts of things at football games, if you hear homophobic slurs at games, people might sort of pass that off as a bit of banter or a bit of a joke. But I think some people need to realise, or people need to be aware that that is it's never banter if it comes to something that is deemed homophobic. So if you ever hear something like that at a ground, feel free to report it. I think there's examples there's information on the Kick It Out website about how people can report any sorts of incidents as well at grounds. So I think being a vocal ally is probably the most important way that people can make Wycombe an even more inclusive club and help show their support for the community. Being involved with stuff like the All Quarters project, I think, is also a great initiative. It gives you a chance to have sort of your platform to give your opinion on why you think that what you think the club could do better to make people of certain minority communities feel more involved or more accepted within the club. And I think there's so many different opportunities for fans to be able to sort of push their own support and make a change within the club. And I would encourage anyone who has the ability to do it. I would absolutely encourage them to be vocal and to tell if they think that the club can do things better, then there's always an avenue for that to be put forward.
All our chairboys are competitive in training, but perhaps none more so than our goalkeepers. Here's what happened when we added cameras to the mix with our young keepers Dickinson and Brisbeck.
Nice complex shit we've done. Action. Play for serve. Yeah, we'll take it. Greasy bum. Oh. No. Oh. Did that? What a point.
I know. Oh!
Good sub. Yeah, no. 1-0. Ah, 1.
Stiff.
Oh. 2-1.
Over the net.
Cheers, lads.
I know we're having one.
Mine's not even bothering to put the camera off, it's that bad.
Leave them.
We'll make it 6-1 now. Oh! 6-1. Hey, 7-1.
We are having one, mate.
Hey, we gave him the first point as well.
Oh.
Were we only playing 7? I think they've already given up the first game.
Was that rallying, was it? Playing now?
Knocked away. Oh, okay. Hey, look. Wow, I can't see anything. Cheers, lads.
Yeah.
Still only 1-0. To us. Yeah.
Yes!
One, in or out?
What a team we are.
What's that, 1-0 now, yeah? Well, you decided that, first game. Oh,
Yes. Ooh. Me.
cameras will tell later.
Oh my, no bugs.
Yeah.
Oh! Shot. Oh.
Cheers, Ed. Cheers, Ed. Yourself.
What's the score?
4-2.
4 to you.
Out.
Are you staying back, yeah?
Oh, I could have got that.
I know. Just get over, man. Me.
Oh, H.
These two are so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here. Out! Yeah. Go.
Oh. How many? How many?
Out!
Hey, no chance of you having that.
Oh!
Oh, we're not playing handball here.
You didn't touch it. Oh my god.
No.
Shot.
There you go. Yeah! They're still trying to take it. Cheers, Ed.
Love it, you. Me, yeah?
What's that? 3-1 to you boys.
Let's go lefty again.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, I'm in.
Cheers, boys. 4-3. Oh. It's yet so far. Boys, thanks for coming.
Name of the Game makes its triumphant return this episode. And with World Origami Day being celebrated on November 11th, yes, that is a real thing, we challenged Grimmer and Horgan to an origami off to recreate Wycombe's iconic swan. This is how it went. So, a bit of context. It was actually World Origami Day the other day. So, it's a real
World
thing.
Origami Day. What am I, man? World Origami Day.
So that's why we're doing this. But yeah, we're going to make a swan because obviously we've got a swan on the badge, and you've got a minute to do it. So hopefully you'll be able to do it. If you can't do it, then it's, I guess, whose is nearly there.
Whose most looks like this thing. How long did this take you?
Like
Don't say a minute.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I wasn't trying to do it quickly.
Yeah, you were just taking your
I
time.
was taking my time. It had to look nice as an example.
Castle.
Right. Okay. Daryl looks perplexed, but we both ready?
Sorry, but I can't be someone. He can't be arsed like, come on, I've got to win this.
Can we do a paper airplane instead?
That can be next
Like,
week.
if you win, the Rangers penalty should have stood. And if I win, the Hibs one should have.
There was no head penalty. It was a
No, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been a pen.
That's
Winner
the
takes.
thing.
Winner takes it. Based on this.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. Fold. We're working on wedding invites. Folding for about 3 days. That's a bit off, right?
Might be the paper size.
For about 3. Oh, we're getting done here already. Might be the bit on full treatment step. Fold lower left.
It's a speed challenge, guys. Come
Lower
on.
left. Hold the lower left and like that. How can I be stuck on number 3 already?
Right.
Daz has got it.
Right, that's.
Oh, look at mine.
How's he done that? Yeah.
We might have to make it a 2-minute challenge because this is really embarrassing.
How long do you take to this?
We're doing
Don't lie, you're on
Stop asking
camera.
We're doing
questions and
origami. It's all embarrassing.
Right, well that's 3, 2, 1.
That's not a minute. That's not a minute. That's not a minute.
Right, we'll go for
That
another.
can't be a minute.
We'll do another minute because that was
You
embarrassing.
did so well doing this inside 2 minutes. Hold the left and right now. No, edges to this one. I just need a copy. That's flip the paper on the other
I
side.
don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure, Jack.
I wouldn't be copying me, but
Right, how long have we got?
You got another 30 seconds. It all looks like it's for Daryl now.
I have no faith in this. Right, this one's better.
20 seconds.
No.
Right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Perfect.
Hey, I tell you.
Right. I think we need some close-ups of these, but maybe we should
tell you.
get. We should
That
get.
is just a sheet of paper. There's nothing there. That's just paper.
I think we should get people to vote on who's
tell you.
best.
I tell you what.
I think if you put it that way and maybe like make a little beak.
Don't. Tell you what.
I think I might have won that.
I'll take that. That's a valiant effort. I'm still slightly working on it.
The headless one.
No,
Right,
there's
so
a peak there.
let's put them all in a
Right.
line, and then we'll get.
Hey, that one wasn't under a time challenge though, so this one should
Okay, untimed, but that's what it should look like. And then we've got.
Yeah,
we've got
okay.
Jack Grimmer's
What it
hair.
might look like and what it doesn't look
So
like.
that's,
Daryl's hair.
so that's what it should look like. Yours just looks like it's eaten a bit much. That's fine.
Mine's just a bit of paper scrumpled up.
Right,
I'll
we'll
take
get-
it.
we'll
I was
get
a bit
all,
nervous when I was stuck on the 3, but
We'll get the viewers to vote on whose they think is best, and then
coffee. I mean, that's a piece of art. Look at that thing.
you can keep
Don't
it.
vote for that.
With hospitality spaces filling up quickly around the festive period, we caught up with commercial manager Harry Gadd to find out what's on offer and why our boxes, Woodlands Lounge, and the Ignite Tunnel experience are so high in demand.
So yeah, we're really excited with some of the things that we've got coming up hospitality-wise. So kicking off on Tuesday, we've got our first business networking event of the season. We've invited sort of a lot of current partners and local businesses to come and enjoy some hospitality before the Burton game. So we'll be in here. We've got a club partner, Ramon Santos of Ignite UK. We'll be working some senior management as well to sort of give an introduction and just go through everything exciting that we've got going on here at the club. And then moving forward from that, we're sort of going full on Christmas mode, starting with the Wimbledon game on Saturday. We'll have our Christmas dinners being served in the boxes, big old Yorkie wraps in here, stuffed with everything, so a really good Christmas feel. And yeah, we're obviously encouraging everyone to sort of treat themselves, treat the family, colleagues, friends this Christmas, and come on down and see everything that we've got going on hospitality-wise. I know we've got a lot of stuff going on in the around the stadium, really like loads of seasonal entertainment in the car park as well, which I think we're excited to have. And then obviously Boxing Day, Cambridge, we've got your classic Boxing Day leftover meal, so bubble and squeak, cold meats. Again, bring the family and come along and experience everything that we've got going on at Wycombe.
So that's all for another episode of Our House. There are some big points up for grabs in the next few weeks, and the boys won't be able to do it without your help. So get yourself down to Adams Park for some festive football, and look out for a Christmas edition of Our House coming soon.